Welcome back everyone to the season finale of Master Mode Abridged. Unless you forgot during my unintentional hiatus, Master Mode is what happens when people who think the game is too easy get their hands on the level editor. In short, Kaizo Polybridge. We are wrapping up the season of weekly challenges after one full calendar year of levels. Now the weeklies do continue up to week 100 before they start repeating, but the Master Mode team has already started making levels in Polybridge 3, and I don't know about you, but that sounds way more fun. We can see about revisiting Polybridge 2 or even Polybridge 1 Master Modes in the future, but enough yammering, it's Master Mode time. Week 40, Airship Avoidance. Summer starts with a softball. We've seen this back and fall, so it's a trivial challenge this time around. Man, this takes me back. I would have totally budget shaved this back then. Week 40 Master Mode. Help given? You don't get any help. Honestly, why am I not surprised? Master Challenge, heavier vehicle, and more dip and climb. Summer Master Mode is playing hardball though. I am right at the edge of the budget, and I even got a little sneaky on this one. Because the semi-truck is taller than the pickup truck, I can just make a gap in the roads at the sailboats so I don't have to climb as high. Hopefully, this is not a sign of what's to come. Week 41, Handoff Hydraulics. In one of the rare cases of a full-on oopsie happening, this level was released without a road restriction in place, making the level trivially easy to solve. However, that goes against the spirit of these levels, so I solved it the way it was intended. A spaghetti mess. Week 41 Master Mode. Help given, extra hydraulic phase, and the level is grid aligned. Master Challenge, smaller budget, smaller gap, one road, and the water level is higher. If you know your linkages, then you can spot a familiar frame in this mess. That's right, it's your boy, the Poselier-Lipkin linkage. But that's not all. It's attached to the back of this grasshopper linkage to create a Scott-Russell linkage. What does any of that even mean? It means I googled straight line linkage after I learned that the water level is so high that anything other than moving the taxi with one of them will cause the level to fail. Week 42, Hydraulic Ferry. While you could get all fancy with the linkages on this one, it's not required. A simple tipper over will do. Week 42 Master Mode. Help given, budget increased. Master Challenge, only one hydraulic, extra checkpoints, and flag order rearranged. We now have yet another spaghetti mess, as the ones in the front need to go into the back. Let me slow this down and color code this pasta plate so you can see the magic. The real trick was the use of this distributor plate at the front. Each road has its own rotation point, and so some swing in wider arcs than the others. So the road connects to a different point on the distributor, and it can be pulled the right amount. Week 43, Stunt Jump. Make way for the dune buggy! No, literally, we need holes in this bridge. Thankfully, the pickup truck is moving slow enough to push the trapdoors closed by itself. Week 43 Master Mode. Help given, budget increased, Master Challenge, anti-cheese measure implemented, and a second truck added. The road has gotten even more Swiss cheesed. Thankfully, the same strategies from before work here now. Making the two trucks dodge each other Crash Course style was fairly trivial since there was a lot of room to work with. Week 44, Short on Support. The zigzag path in the middle keeps putting lots of unusual stress on this bridge. The wall braces on the edges were a must-have to keep this thing from falling over. Week 44 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? No anchors, small rocks, extra checkpoint, and the end of the level is timed, and the bridge must survive. Now, before you ask, that gigantic custom shape on the right is there to crush the steam car and shatter the bridge if you don't have the timing right. That's what it's for. Because apparently, balancing the bridge on 2 pebbles and some wall braces wasn't challenge enough. And not only does it need to be timed perfectly for the steam car, it has to be timed for the sports car as well. This bridge took quite a bit of trial and error to get the ending slope just right, because the steam car really bogs down going uphill. Week 45, one step back. You drive 2 roads forward, but invariably there's something you need to go back for. In this case, I just don't set the parking brake all the way and roll back down the hill to get what I need. It's perfectly calibrated to almost send the Vespa into the void. Week 45 Master Mode. Help given, budget increased, and the level span is smaller. Master Challenge? 415 twists and turns rears its ugly head yet again. They just don't hold back when the hydraulics come out, do they? Luckily, I noticed a few shortcuts I could take. The first and last roads just need to rotate 180 degrees in 2 steps. Fortunately, I made the tutorial video on 180 degree linkages, so I know how to make that. This just leaves the middle 2 roads, which I have on a grasshopper linkage. It has to stop at 3 different positions, so that means I need my lift hydraulic to be separated into 3 individual hydraulics so I can select the floor it stops at. Week 46, teeter totter. It's a trap! Door thing. Kinda. Not really. What it definitely is another case showing how when something is balanced, it's much easier to deal with. The shock absorber springs on this are tiny. Week 46 Master Mode. Help given? Only 1 car. Master Challenge? Remaining car has extra checkpoints, limited road, and the only materials are wood and rope. You have 9 seconds. 9 seconds is not a lot of time. This is your classic tipping tower. It is pretty quick, so we might just be able to beat the clock on... No, we're not. So after much redesign, I came up with this, and it just barely beats the clock. Week 47, speedrun. The door to the flag is closing, so you gotta act quick. At least this time, we are not racing a blimp. Week 47 Master Mode. Help given? None. Master Challenge? Gotta go fast. The checkpoints are ordered now, so a different loop has to be done. A much smaller loop. The door is shutting faster, so we need to be touching the ground and accelerating as much as possible. Week 48, U-turn. The only way to prevent jackknifing this trailer is to have a smooth turning circle. Week 48 Master Mode. Help given? Nada. Master Challenge. Road limited, no cables or springs, and an extra checkpoint. We need to go deeper. That's where the checkpoint is. Most everything else stays the same, other than that. Week 49, Unstable Island. No one seems to have noticed you could just build across without touching the island. However, because this is not fun, and also more expensive, I built on the island. Now this is wacky. Imagine if we had a whole world of wacky themed levels. That would be fun, right? Week 49 Master Mode. Help given. Zilch. Master Challenge. Big wall braces blocked, more construction vehicles. Tension comes to the rescue. Moving the anchor point up allows all the bridges to be supported by it. And I do mean all the bridges. This is technically 3 different spans. They just all happen to share one common anchor, the tower. So when the tower shifts slightly, the bridges just pitch up and down a few degrees without ripping each other apart. Week 50, Parallel Parking. We've got several hydraulic phases to rotate this limo and lift it up parallel with the slot. Or do we? With some very clever rotation points, we can do all the lifting in one hydraulic phase. Week 50 Master Mode. Help given, budget increased. Master Challenge, limited roads and hydraulics, and the limo has to go round a bend. I've seen a lot of long vehicles drive around corners, and one thing I've learned from them is, if you've got big enough tires, you can cut the corner on the sidewalk. So that's what I did here. Why go around the bend if a straight line will work? Week 51, 2 jumps forward. We've got no brakes, and no acceleration, and no stats of any kind actually. Kinetic energy converts to potential energy, and vice versa. So this level is all about converting as much speed into height gain, and then back into speed. Week 51 Master Mode. Help given. The ending flag is taller. Master Challenge, no springs, budget reduced, and we need to maintain more speed. We've got some extra checkpoints on this one. Not only do we need to have enough speed on the first rollback to get the star, we need to climb most of the way back up that hill to get to the final one. This is just barely good enough for the buggy to flop off the end. Week 52, Balance Beam. One piece out of place or timing the return of the cars wrong will tip this over. It may look stable, but it is just barely standing up. Week 52 Master Mode. Help given. Massive budget increase. Master Challenge. Checkpoints are farther apart, and the balance beam is lighter. This level was rough. Several redesigns, and many hours later, I finally have something to show for all my efforts. This thing just slides like crazy, and I have no idea how it even stays upright long enough. But it does, and it's just long enough, and that's all that matters. For the grand finale of this season, I've chosen Beat Minecraft as the featured level. This is a very beautifully decorated level made entirely from custom shapes. So, update time. Stick around to the end because I want your feedback on something. To start this off, I have not quit YouTube. However, it was never really my job to begin with, as I've only ever earned a lifetime total of $43. So, run your ad blocks as much as you want, this is just a hobby. However, going forward, I want to change the formula. The reason why my videos are structured the way they are is because I played nearly all of Abridged 2 and half of Master Mode without recording anything. This wasn't a mistake, I just hadn't made my first video yet. So when I started making these videos, I had to make do with what I had. And that's why this series is Master Mode Abridged. You don't see the build process. If you don't already know, I was heavily involved with Abridged 3 as a level designer. So I've either built or playtested every level several times over. This ironically means I have no save data for the campaign, so I'd have to beat them all again, which I really don't want to do. I'd rather make a video on a different game at that point. This does not mean Master Mode is over. On the contrary, I have an entire campaign of levels I have never played before just waiting for me to figure them out. I want your input on how I should go about doing that. Should I keep with the current abridged style of showing off a whole world of completed levels, just without the comparison to the regular level? Or should I show the process of how I get from an empty level to a solved bridge in a more classical episodic YouTube format? This would be edited, not a long play, because sometimes these levels can take hours to solve, and I respect your time. However, it won't be as short as a Master Mode Abridged, and a world could be split across multiple videos. Leave a comment down below or vote in the community tab poll I will have linked in the description. And keep voting and commenting even if you're months late to the party. I probably won't start Season 3 of Master Mode for a couple of months, and I will announce my decision in a pinned comment or another video on this channel. So you should definitely subscribe so you can see when I reappear next. But that's where I'm gonna leave it. Thank you for sticking with me. So as always, you've been watching The Lazy Comet, and I hope you'll keep me in your orbit. Till next time.